A very good day from myself, Devon Govender, and welcome to Speed Down Under. This is KZN's premier harness racing selection show, and it's proudly brought to you by Gallop TV. Of course, as usual, we are covering the race meeting that takes place this Friday, the 1st of August, at the headquarters racetrack in Western Australia, and that of course is Gloucester Park. We do have a suggested jackpot as well as a best bet lined up for you, and it really looks like a really nice card to get involved in this Friday, the 1st of August, which is also the kickoff of the new racing season. And joining me on the line is trainer driver Aldo Kodapasi, as well as driving master, and he's going to be taking us through his selections and previews, and hopefully we can find you some winners this Friday. We greet you, Aldo. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thanks, Devon.
All good back in Perth?
Yeah, lovely weather this week. It's been very nice. We had a bit of a wet and wild weekend, but we've had a beautiful week. The sun's been out, no rain, so it's been nice.
That's good, that's good. I was just watching a few races from Bunbury this morning, and I heard the commentator say that there could be a weather warning for this weekend.
Yeah, there's a front coming through probably Saturday, so yeah, we're making the most of while the sun's out shining.
Yeah, it's been quite cold here in Durban as well recently.
Yeah, no, well, it is winter and we've got to sort of just put up with it, unfortunately. But, yeah, we'll take the rain when it comes and the sun when it comes as well.
Yep. Looking forward to the summer that is coming soon. Let's get straight into the action at Gloucester Park. The best bet comes up in race number 4. That slide's going to come up on screen. And before we get involved in the jackpot, we've got the best bet coming up in race 4, and it's in the form of number 9, Magnificent Storm, the New Zealand bred, and Aiden De Campo gets the drive there. And just watching a few replays of this individual, Aldo, looks very, very impressive and could be tough to beat in this lineup.
Yeah, look, he's the best horse in WA, I feel, and had a little injury setback, but he's run, I thought last fortnight ago was very good, and his class will overcome the draw come for tomorrow night.
There you heard it from Aldo. Short and sweet, number 9, Magnificent Storm, packs plenty of class, and all you got to do is take a look at those replays online, and I can tell you, you'll be very, very impressed by this individual, and he could take an absolute power of beating here in race number 4. That is our best bet. Race 4, number 9, Magnificent Storm. We're going to get straight into the jackpot, which kicks off in race number 5 on the program, and we've got 4 numbers for you, numbers 6, 1, 10 and 12. We're going to start with number 6, Aldo. That's Major J, another New Zealand bred with the Gary Hall Jr. in the cart, and this one represents some value at around about $5.50 in the anti-post market. A very good last victory.
Yeah, going very well, this horse. Look, it's a very open race. It's a very open program, to be honest. Hence a number of selections per race, and I think Major J's got a bit of class on these other horses, but there's put a few snipers in around him that could probably get the right runs if something goes wrong for him.
Just watching a few replays of number 12. That is Lenora Jane for Kim Prentice and Stuart McDonald. This one ran a very good race in the last start and represents some good value at around about $21 in the anti-post market.
Yeah, look, she can be dangerous with the right run. She needs a nice soft trip, and if she gets a nice soft trip, she can beat a horse storming home. But I think Major J's the one to beat. But like I said, if he has any bad luck, there's a few snipers that are around him that could take advantage of him.
There you heard it from Aldo. Number 6, Major J, definitely the horse to beat, but you can factor numbers 1, 10 and 12 into your trifectas and quartet, and I really like the chances of number 12, Lenora Jane, to run into the quartet, and that could boost the dividend there, because this is trading at around about $21 in the anti-post market. Maybe a nice solid place bet on number 12, that is Lenora Jane. So 6, 1, 10 and 12 in the first leg of the jackpot. Moving on to the next leg of the jackpot, jackpot, which is race number 6. We've got the 3 numbers there, numbers 5, 7 and 11. And we'll start with number 5, that is Maximum Rock, who's in top form recently. Chris Voke, the trainer driver, Aldo.
He won the Botra Cup very well. He's seems to be hitting his straps now, so I'm expecting to run another very forward race come tomorrow night.
That is currently trading at around about $3.50 Maximum Rock. And then this horse, Dark Eyes, has been very consistent. Could just run into the trifectas and quartets.
Very honest horse, Dark Eyes, and never runs a bad race, so hence he could just be getting the right trip in this race from the draw and be dangerous late.
We've included numbers 5, 7 and 11 in the jackpot. Number 5, definitely the horse to beat, Maximum Rock, but do not leave out number 7, that's Instigator, as well as number 11, Dark Eyes, out of your trifectas and quartets. Excuse me. Moving on to the next leg of the jackpot, which is race number 7. And I thought a very open looking contest. We do have 4 selections here in the jackpot, numbers 10, 11, 7 and 2. And we're going to start with number 10, Control the Room.
Yeah, look, this is another very hard race. So I sort of went for the horse. I think it's going to probably get the right trip in the race and control the room. And if he sort of settles 3 to fence, it could still be a winning chance from there.
And then number 11, He's Good as Gold, currently trading at around about $4.20, comes from the inform yard of Mike Reed and Shannon Savalco. That could be right up there in the finish.
Yeah, exactly. I feel these 2 horses control the room, and He's Good as Gold. They've got the draws to get the soft trips, and they're not going to be far off the speed, which will help them. And I just feel there's not a lot between both these horses, and the barrier draws have both advantaged them.
We've also included numbers 7 and 2, that is Dame Valo as well as Tubbs Fakar in the jackpot. 10, 11, 7 and 2, and number 10 represents some solid value there. Control the Room at around about $14 in the anti-post market, and if this arrives for the jackpot, we're going to be in for some big dividends there. 10, 11, 7 and 2 in race number 7. Moving on to the last leg of the jackpot, which is race number 8. We've also got 4 selections here, 1, 10, 2 and 4, 1, 10, 2 and 4. And we're going to start with number 1, Aldo, Sun Dancer Rainbow from the Ace Draw with Donald Harper in the cart.
Yeah, I really like this horse. I'd like to see them push the button and drive with some confidence. Especially from the barrier draw. She can be very dangerous sitting and sprinting, but I'd just like to see them push the button and show some vigour early and maybe a bit of aggression to try and hold up. And I think she's definitely, I feel, the best horse in the race, just depending on the way they drive her. If they're positive, I think she could give them something to chase.
There you heard it from Aldo. He does believe that number 1, Sundancer Rainbow, is the best horse in the race, and if driven aggressively, could be very tough to beat here. And that's another one that represents some solid value at around about $5.50 in the anti-post market. Of course, we will update you on the South African tote once the betting is available. We've also included numbers 10, 2 and 4, and number 10, Aldo, that is N. Perrient Sir, ran a cracker in the last start, finishing second and trading at around about $9 in the anti-post market.
Yeah, I just think this horse is going to get a nice trip. I feel they'll probably settle 3 to fence, which is a really good spot at Gloucester Park. And in these open types of races, can generally be the horse that can get out late and ping them on the line. So, especially if Sundancer Rainbow sort of pulls the trigger and tries to lead, it's going to give it a very good chance.
Well, there you heard it from Aldo. Numbers excuse me, 1, 10, 2 and 4, and we do believe that number 1 Sundancer Rainbow is the horse to beat with Donald Harper in the cart, and that's trading at around about $5.50 in the anti-post market. So just recapping those jackpot numbers for you, that slide is going to come up on screen. 1 or 2 races look a bit tricky. We're hoping for a few results. Aldo has given us some good value selections there, and if we can get away with that, we'll be collecting a decent dividend. So just recapping the jackpot: 6, 1, 10, 12 by 5, 7, 11. Excuse me, by numbers 10, 11, 7, 2, by numbers 1, 10, 2 and 4. It's going to cost you 192 Rand, and the best bet comes up in race number 4, and it's in the form of number 9 Magnificent Storm. Aldo, always a pleasure having you on the show. Thanks so much for your time and contribution, and we're hoping that some of these value selections can arrive and the jackpot will be paying a good dividend.
Yeah, like I said, it's a very open program. If anyone feels like they want to throw an extra number or 2 in, feel free, because I feel this could be the week. It could be a big return for people. There's not going to be a lot of short price favourites winning this week. So, yeah, I wouldn't be scared if you like one, put it in. It could be a good return this week.
There you heard it from Aldo. It does look like quite a competitive card, and the advice from him is to play as wide as your budget allows. Thanks to trainer driver Aldo Kotopasi once again for providing us with his selections and previews. And if you're playing this jackpot and best bet come Friday, good luck to you.